In many rural areas, the damage caused by wild boars often does not appear loudly at the beginning. At first, it may only be a few patches of soil that have been torn up overnight. A few rows of crops may be uprooted, or large footprints may appear deep in the soft soil near the edge of the forest. These signs are sometimes dismissed as a random visit from wildlife. But when the traces appear again over several consecutive nights, farmers begin to realize that this is no longer a coincidence. The problem begins to become serious when the number of wild boars increases. A large group can dig up hundreds of square meters of land in just one night. Corn, potatoes, or soybean fields are often the first targets. They not only eat the crops but also turn over the soil to search for roots and insects. This means the damage is not limited to crop yield alone, but also harms the soil structure and irrigation systems. For many years, wildlife managers have recognized that controlling individual animals rarely produces long-term results. Wild boars reproduce quickly and can rapidly replace the numbers that are lost. Therefore, the most effective strategy is to target the entire group at the same time. That is why large net trapping systems have begun to be widely used in many agricultural areas. A net trap system is usually designed to cover an area large enough for the entire group. Before installation, managers will survey the terrain and identify the common travel routes of the wild boars. Footprints, disturbed soil, and images from infrared cameras are important sources of data that help determine the most suitable location. Once the location is selected, a strong frame of posts is set up around the trapping area. A reinforced net is suspended above and connected to a trigger system. Inside the area, bait is placed to attract the boars to return over several consecutive nights. During the early stage, the trap is usually not activated immediately. The goal is to allow the group to gradually become familiar with the area and feel safe entering the space. The critical moment often occurs at night when the entire group has entered the trapping area. Through signals from the cameras, the system can be activated remotely. Immediately, the large net drops down and covers the entire area. The design of the trap helps keep the boars inside without causing excessive panic. As a result, many individuals can be controlled at the same time. The greatest advantage of this method is the ability to deal with the entire group in a single event. If only a few individuals are captured, the remaining animals usually become more cautious and avoid that area in the future. But when the whole group is contained at once, the cycle of destruction in that location can be significantly reduced. After the trap is activated, the management team quickly moves to the site to handle the situation according to local wildlife management regulations. All steps are carried out carefully to ensure safety for people, livestock, and the surrounding environment. In many wildlife management programs, the use of data and technology has significantly improved the effectiveness of wild boar control. Infrared cameras, sensors, and remote activation systems allow managers to monitor the activity of the group without directly interfering with their habitat. Thanks to this approach, many agricultural areas have significantly reduced crop damage after only a short period of time. More importantly, this strategy is not based on immediate reaction, but on understanding animal behavior and applying well-planned management solutions.
Yeah.
For many rural communities, controlling wild boars is not only about protecting crops. It is also a way to maintain balance between human activities and the surrounding ecosystem. When solutions are implemented properly, farms can return to their familiar peaceful rhythm of life. If you are interested in stories about wildlife management and rural life, leave a comment and follow the channel to explore more interesting content in upcoming videos. In many rural areas, the presence of wild boars rarely begins with loud or obvious signs. It usually starts with very subtle changes: a few garden beds dug up overnight, deep hoofprints pressed along the edge of a fence, or a corner of the yard overturned as if something had just been searched for beneath the soil. Wild boars are animals with strong memories and remarkable adaptability. They do not move randomly as many people assume. Within each herd, there are typically alert individuals that act as observers. They move ahead or pause to check the surroundings before the rest of the herd approaches a new area. If they detect anything unusual, the entire group withdraws immediately. This caution makes managing them far more difficult than simply placing a basic trap in the middle of a field. For that reason, the first step in the management process is usually not to set a trap right away. It begins with monitoring. Infrared cameras are installed along the trails that the herd frequently travels. These devices operate throughout the night, recording the time of appearance, direction of movement, and the number of individuals in the herd. Data that may seem simple plays a crucial role in shaping the strategy behind the operation. Without accurate information, any trap is based merely on assumption. After several days of observation, wildlife management teams begin preparing the trapping site. What matters is not deploying the trap as quickly as possible, but making the location familiar to the herd. Bait is placed in the same position for several consecutive nights. At first, only a few individuals enter the area. Gradually, the entire herd returns more frequently. When the wild boars no longer display signs of wariness, it indicates that they have accepted the site as a normal part of their surrounding environment. The design of the trapping system also plays a vital role. Many modern models use circular or wide arc-shaped structures. This shape eliminates narrow corners that wild boars often use to push against or brace themselves against the frame. When fixed leverage points are absent, panic responses are significantly reduced. This not only keeps the herd stable but also makes subsequent handling safer for both humans and animals. Another factor that is rarely mentioned but extremely important is the timing of system activation. The objective of the trap is not merely to capture a single individual. In wild boar management, effectiveness is achieved only when most of the herd is controlled at the same time. Therefore, many modern systems use cameras that transmit live images to a phone or monitoring device. Operators can observe remotely and wait until the entire herd has entered the area before triggering the closing mechanism. The entire process unfolds quickly and causes minimal disturbance to the surrounding environment. There are no sudden loud noises or prolonged chases.
Come on. Come on.
When the system functions properly, the herd barely notices the change until the enclosure has been fully secured. Notably, these systems are not built on strength or direct confrontation. They are developed from a clear understanding of animal behavior. When people take the time to observe how wild boars move, how they respond to their environment, and how they make choices, management becomes far more effective.
Let's go. Yep.
In modern wildlife management, the trap is no longer viewed as a symbol of coercion. It has become part of a long-term strategy aimed at reducing conflict between humans and nature. When properly designed and responsibly used, trapping systems help protect crops, property, and the stability of rural communities. Ultimately, what makes the difference is not the size of the trap or the strength of its materials. The difference lies in how people approach the problem. When, instead of reacting hastily, they choose to observe, analyze, and act at the right moment, wild boar management becomes a controlled, sustainable process aligned with ecological balance.